Good afternoon, my dear students. So today's theme is a homonymy. We're going to talk about the homonymies in English language. So let's start our lesson. So for the plan of the lesson, homonymy and homonymies. Sources of homonymy and the classification of homonymies. It's a third part is the homonymy of words and the homonymy of word forms, full and the partial homonymies, classification and the classification of homonymies of Prof. Smirnitsky, and the graphic and the sound form classification of homonyms, formal criteria, distribution, and the homonymy and the polysemy. So, let's start our lesson. Homonymy and the homonymies. Homonymy is recognized as a language universal. It creates lexical ambiguity in that a single form has two or more different meanings. Homonyms are words of one and the same language, which are identical phonetically or graphically in all or several grammar forms, in all or several phonetic and graphic variants, but which have essential difference in lexical or grammatical meanings. Examples of homonyms: bank, a shore, bank, an institution for receiving, lending, exchanging, and safeguarding money. Ball, a sphere, and a spherical body, and the ball, a large dancing party. Let's consider the following sentences. A penny is 1 cent. The soap has a nice scent. The sent me a letter, and the bridge is made of steel and the dawn steel. Though the identical forms are mostly accidental, the majority of homonyms conceded due to phonetic changes which they suffered during the development. If synonyms and antonyms can be regarded as the treasury of the language expressive resources, homonyms are accidental creations and therefore purposeless. In the process of communication, they are more often encumbrance, leading sometimes to confusion and misunderstanding. The pun is a joke based upon the play upon words of similar form but different meaning, as in the following. A tailor guarantees to give each of his customers a perfect fit. The joke is based on the homonyms. Perfectly fitting clothes. Fit is a nervous spasm. So, the homonyms proper, the same in sound and spelling. The following joke is based on a pun, which makes use of another type of homonyms. Waiter, yes, sir. What is this? It is bean soup, sir. Never mind what it has been. I want to know what is now. What it is now. Bean, the bean, past participle, ought to be a homophones. So, let's continue examples of homophones. Night, for example, it is noun. Also, knight, it's also noun. Peace, peace. Scent, scent. Write, to write. See, to see. See, the name of the letter. See. Examples. So, examples of homographs. To bow, to incline the head of a body in salutation with the bow. Also a flexible strip of wood for propelling a rose. To lead, to conduct on the way, to go before, to show the way. Lead, it's a heavy, rather soft metal. To tear, it's to pull apart or in pieces by force. Tear, it's the drop of the fluid secreted by the lacrimal glands of the eye. Sources of homonymy. Diverging meaning development, the split polysemy, learn words borrowings, shortening of words, it's a convergent sound development, word building, conversion. Then, diverging meaning development, split polysemy of a polysematic word, flower and floor, which originally were one word. The flower, flower, floor, florum, meaning the flower and the finest part of it. Let us consider the history of three homonymies. Bird is a noun, a long and a thin piece of timber. Bird is a daily meals, especially as provided for pay, for example, room and a bird. Bird also an official group of persons who direct or supervise some activity, for example, a board of directors. Then, bird is a noun, development of meanings. Bird is a long, thin piece of timber, a piece of furniture. It's a meals provided for pay, an official group of persons. Bird split the polysemy, a long, thin piece of timber, a piece of furniture. Meals provided for pay, the seldom used of an official group of persons. So examples of split polysemy. Spring, it is noun, the act of springing a leap. Spring is noun, also a place where a stream of water comes up out of the earth. Родник, источник. Spring is noun, a season of the year. Historical, all three nouns originate from the same verb, with the meaning of to jump, to leap. Springen, for example. So that the meaning of the first homonymy is the oldest. Loan orders, borrowings which are adopted to the English standards in the pronunciation and the spelling. Fair, a market. Fair, also light color, from figure. Right to right. The second and the third words are of native origin, whereas rise is Latin borrowing. Peace, peace. The first originates from the peace and the second from. Bank, ashore, is a native word, and the bank is a financial institution, is an Italian borrowing. Match, a game, a contest of skill, strength in native. And the match, a slender, short piece of wood used for producing fire, is a French borrowing. Shorting of words. Fluid, the short fluency is homonymous to a flew, past tense of the verb to fly. Fun, an enthusiastic admire of some kind of sport or fun actor, singer, and etc. It's a shortening produced from phonetic. Its homonymy is a Latin borrowing fun, and an implement for weaving lightly to produce a cool current of air. During World War II, girls serving in the Women's Royal Naval Service and an auxiliary of the British Royal Navy were jokingly nicknamed Warrens, informal. This neologistic formation made by shortening has a homonymy wren, small bird with dark brown plumage barred with black. So converging sound development. The convenience of two or more words which were phonetically distinct at an early date. Flower and floor. Night, night were not homonymous in Old English, and in Old English as the initial the second word was pronounced. A more complicated change of form brought together another pair of homonyms. For example, to knit also. To write, see to see, work to work. Race, running, race, distinct ethnic stock. Then, word building, conversion. Such pairs of words as comb to comb, pale to pale, to make, and numerous in the vocabulary. Homonyms of this type, which are the same in sound and spelling but refer to different categories of parts of speech, are called lexicogrammatical homonyms. I need some good paper for my rooms, and he is papering his room. Then, classifications of homonyms. Homonyms of words are an homonymy of word forms, full and partial homonyms. Classification. Full homonyms are identical in sound in all their forms of paradigm of two or more different words. The paradigms of these words are identical, and it gives no indications of whether it is seal or seal. Then compare the paradigms of seal. A sea animal, to close tightly. For example, although some individual word forms are homonyms, the whole of the paradigm is not identical. The partial homonymy is homonymy of individual word forms. For example, to find, found, found, founded, noun, know, knows, knows, knew, and knew. So, partial homonymy is possible within one part of speech. Lie, lay, lean, to be in a horizontal or resting position, and the lie, to make an untrue statement. Its partial homonymy as only two word forms. Homonyms. All other forms of the two words are different. Full homonymy may be found in different parts of speech. For preposition, for is a conjunction. For also numeral. These parts of speech have no other word forms. Then, classification of homonyms of Prof. Smirinsky. By the type of meaning, homonyms are classified into lexical homonyms, have no link between their lexical meanings, and belong to the same part of speech. Fair, fair, ear, ear. Lexical homonyms differ in lexical meanings. Then, grammatical homonyms, they belong to different parts of speech and have link in their lexical meaning. Milk, to milk, practice, to practice, advice, to advise. Have different word forms of one and the same word. Brothers, brothers, asked, asked. So let's continue. Lexicogrammatical homonyms have no link between their lexical meaning and the homonymic words forms found plus past tense of to find or found, and the present tense of found differ both grammatical and lexically. The classifications of full and the partial homonymy and the lexicogrammatical, and the grammatical homonymy are not mutually exclusive. So, graphic and the sound form classification of homonyms by Skid. Homonymy, proper perfect homonyms are words identical in their sound form and the spelling but different in meaning. So, homophones are words with the same sound but different spelling and a different meaning. For example, piece, parts separated from something, piece, and then so piece, night also is in the past and an European soldier. from a high class. Knight is the part of each 20